Welcome to Hard Hats, High Heels. I am the sober host, Hannah Inman, here with the birthday girl, Katie Kettleson. She started her weekend off maybe a couple hours before us.
All I had was a couple beers. It's not a big deal.
Well, I've got a story for you.
Oh, God.
I had this grand thing. I was going to bring you cupcakes and make you blow them out and stuff. And the pregnancy brain got to me.
Damn that kid.
So this is what I did, Katie. Since I can't partake in your drinking ways,
I'll drink them for you.
I got you a package of Nerds.
I love Nerds.
I do too. And I got myself another package.
Done.
Nerds are really hard to find in Des Moines, Iowa. Did you know
are,
that?
And this is like Halloween season, right?
Cheers! Happy birthday!
Down the hatch.
Katie's turning 30 tomorrow.
Oh, God, didn't have to tell the world that.
I mean, 29.
Again.
Her first anniversary.
Right.
So anyways, Katie comes in I thought she had the worst day ever. I thought maybe clients were just going crazy, and then I finally realized, because she belched really loud, that really Katie was just having a little too much fun and forgot about it.
Well, I had a few meetings prior to this, and we're trying to buy a car today, so that was like...
I always go drinking before I buy a car.
It makes the decision so much easier, doesn't it?
Which one can I drive easily?
Well, I knew which one that I wanted. It's just whether you've given her. It's just.
I hear you, girl. You know, I'm doing the whole car shopping thing, and why can't we just have it back in the air when there was just a Model T?
Yeah, give me something simple.
I'll just take a Model T. I don't have to decide the color. We all get the same thing.
Right.
It's like wearing uniforms to school. Makes life just easier, right?
It does. What I want to do is just be like, okay, this is what I want to pay. I know what you've got on the lot. I know what I think my car's worth, and let's just meet in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're almost there. We're signing on the dotted line today, but it wasn't as clean folded as I wanted it to be.
And it's just so annoying. I mean, cars. I don't understand why Saturn is no longer in business.
I'm a Ford gal.
No, but I mean that their thing was no hassle.
Oh yeah, well there's always hassle buying something that big.
I think it's because Big Wags doesn't work for Saturn anymore. Did you know he used to work for Saturn?
I did, and that's what I think started his.
I mean, can you imagine? Down the hatch. Cheers. Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love
Kathy
Nerds.
gave me cake, and I give you Nerds.
I love Nerds.
Appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, these are imported Nerds. These are from Kansas. I found them in Kansas.
No, you did not.
I did. Found them in Kansas.
Very nice.
Bought them in Kansas, brought them back to Des Moines.
I like it.
Maybe that could be my new business. I'll smuggle Nerds cross statement lines.
I'm an importer.
That's how Voss Distribution started. They started by I went to school with him, and he worked at the bars in Iowa City, and they didn't have Red Bull, so he would run to Chicago or to St. Louis, load up a truck, and bring it back and sell it to the bars.
What? Now Red Bull's down here, huh?
It's all Voss. Every Red Bull is done by Voss.
Ooh, those Nerds will kick you right there.
They're really good.
They're very good.
Make you smile. So your hair is straight again, and I love it.
Thanks.
I like it.
It's something different.
Yeah, new.
Yeah.
I try to straighten mine. Let me see
Yours
so I
is
can.
straight.
Yeah, I just kind of have funky hair right now. I don't know what's going on. And let's talk about my outfit real quick.
It's way cute.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm a school teacher.
No, you're way cute. And the necklace makes it all.
And the other thing is, like, all of a sudden, I'm going to do this for my mother-in-law real quick. She's watching. This is totally an inappropriate show today. This is how not to run a show, right, Max?
Right.
He's not even listening. He doesn't even watch our show anymore. What? Okay, Curly, this is for you. The baby came out.
Dude,
the baby.
It did come out like today.
It's
in
like
full force.
girl starts eating, and here it is. So no, people, I'm not carrying twins. I've been asked that, and
what?
No. Yeah, I was asked if I was carrying twins. This is just my third pregnancy, you know, like things pop out.
It's easier. It's like, oh, I know what to do here, right?
Right, and I'm thinking that the worse I look now, the more likely are the chances that I will get a Kasama sponsorship.
Hell yeah!
What you think? Put it out there, Kasama.
That's right.
Let's see. Baby's due May, September. I'll start working for you. I'll show the before and after pics.
Right, you can earn some good cash on that.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, maybe I should eat more now to gain more weight so it comes off easy. Like I have more to come off, you know.
I'm sorry. I tweeted that I'm always late, and I don't know how to say his name, but I say Zabels, and that's probably not right. But I said, I'm always late, and he goes, that's what she said. He totally pulled the that's what she said.
Best joke ever for the 2000s.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I use it all the time.
You know, there's going to come a time that we're going to be saying that, and our kids are going to be like, where did that come from?
Hell,
who
said what?
Who's Michael Scott?
Like, I'm waiting. That's my birthday partner.
Birthday partner. And he's got a Kosama shirt on. Did you see that?
He's a Kosama stud.
Kosama, you are listening.
Yeah. That was fate that just walked by the door.
Yes. That's happened to me twice today. Fate has happened to me today. I'll have to tell you about it later. But go ahead.
What was I talking about? So just quickly, what was I talking about?
Hairs.
Sorry, I got nothing. I lost it.
You know, that's what happens when you drink at lunch.
I find I'm a more enjoyable person had I not had to focus and actually say something important. Anyway.
So, what else has happened today? Went to CIB. Should we break out the CIB issues?
Should we be a Max World Live and talk about the drama that goes on every day? Max or Mac, either which one, not Mac, but Michael Libby.
Yeah, let's do it. This is our challenge. Let's call them out on Facebook or on Hootsuite really quick.
But in the meantime, looking forward, we're going to talk about holiday decorating, and I've got some stuff.
Holiday decorating today, and we've got some tips.
Some cheap resources, so don't just bow out now because we're talking gossip for downtown.
Yeah, well, and you know what? Get in the season without spending a lot of bling.
Hey, I didn't pay anything for what you see here, and I'll show you here in a little bit. But
so stay tuned, people. It's going to be exciting. But let's talk about it real quick.
So if you don't know what downtown or what CIB is, it's for Central Iowa bloggers, which is cool, but we rarely talk about blogging. It's maybe a techie. It's a good place to go if you have a good question, like I had this morning, a few good questions. But it's just a different kind of networking event as a morning versus an evening networking event. Wouldn't you agree? There's a lot of different people. Previously, for the last, 2 years, it's been hosted at Panera in West Des Moines on University.
Right.
There's a movement for it to be downtown, one of which I will fess up that I started only because I got called out on Twitter on it, and somebody asking why can't it be downtown.
Well, and I started a little bit of trouble not too long.
Start trouble?
Yeah, not me. I started a little bit of trouble like 6 months ago because I'm like, everyone that's there
yes.
are independent small business owners or freelancers.
Right.
And we're meeting at Panera.
A chain, yeah.
A chain.
Right.
And not only is it a chain, but it is owned by an Iowan, but someone in the Quad Cities. It's not even owned by a local person.
Right.
So I was like, let's go meet at Mars Cafe. Let's meet at Smoky Row. Let's do one of those things. And no one really was like, Like a couple people were like, no, I agree. And then everyone was like,
it died.
Right. And then, I'm like, well, I don't want to start something I can't finish. So, So we were moving it downtown, but not to Mars or something like that. We're moving it to the downtown Panera.
Interestingly enough, supposedly downtown Panera invited us.
Mm-hmm.
But during the initial conversation a couple weeks ago, as did West End Salvage, and I believe Mars Cafe invited us downtown, which they would all love for us to be there. My personal take, I just totally read the chat room where it says, Katie gets old and she gets slow. I'm like, who's talking shit about me?
And it's me.
My only thought was, let's have a group conversation with CIB. Let's discuss where we want to move now versus just saying, hey, let's move downtown. I think there was initial good conversation on Twitter, but I don't think it ended very well and that people felt comfortable in where they wanted to go.
Right.
So.
So anyways, but being Katie that started the drama.
Yeah.
And it being her birthday. Webcast one live. Katie met me at the West Side Panera.
We did.
Along with the other major regulars.
Some core people, yes. I had
Fleming, I'm going to call you out. Libby, I'm calling you out.
Brandshaft.
Wags.
Yeah.
Calling you out.
I had every intentions of hitting both of them up, but the conversation held at the West Side was engaging, and I liked it. I hadn't talked to you at CIB in eons.
Yeah, because I didn't go.
And Wags was there, and he usually schedules appointments conveniently during CIB for some odd reason. So it was a good conversation today.
And to be honest, I looked to see where you were going.
Did you not?
I did. I looked to see where you were going, where Libby was going, where Wags was going, and when I saw Fleming say, "Hey, we're all going
Right.
West Side,"
Black
yeah,
sheep.
I'm like, I'm there, dude,
Done.
because I'm a troublemaker.
Yes,
I like to disrupt the process.
Black sheep, as I put it, yeah. I would have genuinely liked to have gone downtown. I would have liked to seen the new different crowd because I know that there are different people there today. That was my first intention. It didn't happen.
Well, and it's also, let's be honest, Friday 7:30. It's hard to get downtown,
It's very hard,
and it's hard to find parking. That's free,
That was my discouragement, was parking, as it is every time I come to Webcast.
which wouldn't be an issue if we were at Mars.
Right, Mars or West End. I mean,
West End would have rocked.
yeah. So,
All right,
yeah,
so that's our stuff about that.
done.
I've got other gossip we can talk about.
Oh, yay!
Like Jake Gyllenhaal and Taylor Swift. He's too old for her.
He is way too old, and he does the pot, and I see her as being more of a purist, doesn't he? Doesn't he do the pot?
I mean, I don't know, but she's still young. You know what he wants to do for his 30th birthday?
He's not through yet.
He's not 30. He looks older, doesn't he? Yeah, I thought so too. Still cute, Jake. You're still cute. You just look older. I think it's the beard.
Yeah.
He wants to go diving in the Arctic with the whales.
That sounds cool, but I'd rather do it at SeaWorld.
It sounds cold to
That's
me.
what I was going to say. Yeah. Give me some warm temps.
I don't know. I like your birthday plans better.
I would rather drink shots of tequila.
Is that what you had at lunch?
No. This is just beer, my dear.
That's just natural hops.
No, I'm just actually frazzled for the parking. I get frazzled when I come down here. Frazzle rocked.
The parking is not that big of a deal.
But then I get lost in the skywalk, and that's what frazzles me. Because I parked where
I
you told
should
me
have
to.
left. I should have left little crumbs of nerds.
You should have. Tink. You told me 8th and Mulberry, which is great. And I'm like, okay, I'm here. Where's Kaleidoscope? Because it doesn't say, and I actually had to ask.
Yeah, the signs are horrible down
Yeah.
here. Hubble, the signs are horrible. I'm calling everyone out today, man.
Bitches, let's go.
Like, you're going to hear next week, like, tune into Webcast 1 because Hannah Inman's calling everybody out.
That's okay. Somebody's got to do it.
I guess so. I can't. Don't call me out, people. There's too much to call out. Anyways, I'm getting called out by my producer that we need to take a break. So when we come back, decorating on a dime for Christmas, but making it
Natural.
elegant.
You bet. Yep.
All right. See ya.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios. Listen, watch, chat. This is Webcast 1 Live. Programs on webcast1live.com are brought to you in part by KDC Builders, building custom homes for how you live. KDC will take your dreams and turn them into reality. Go to our website, kdcbuilt.com, or call Hannah Inman at 515-975-9990. And Tom Coates and ConsumerCreditOfAmerica.com. Are you overwhelmed with mounted credit card debt and feel there's no way out? Well, there is. Call 1-800-955-5765 for Consumer Credit of America. That's ccofamerica.com.
The Kincaids live here. Across the street, the Padillas. Ben and his family live here too. Ben's a RE/MAX agent, and he's a big part of this community. There are lots of reasons why RE/MAX agents average more sales than other agents. Experience, certainly. But maybe it's also because they care about the markets they serve and the neighbors who rely on them. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Welcome back to Hard Hats High Heels. It is always a party here at the Webcast One Studios. Oh my goodness. It is one of those days. The funniest thing just happened. We can't talk about it on.
Be very rude, Doug.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. If you want to hear about it, go celebrate Katie's party tomorrow. She'll tell you all about it. Anyways, so I wanted to tell you one other thing before we get started.
Okay.
I set my husband up with Pandora at his.
I saw that tweet.
Oh my gosh.
Orgasmic.
Okay, for you that don't know Pandora, it is a free online radio service, but it's not like radio. Like you can create your own stations and you just type in a person or a song or a genre or even like just your feeling, and like a thing just pops up, a station, and it plays things that are related to that. Okay, so I set my husband up, and what does he put on there? 80s hair band rock.
I love it.
A lot of Poison, and then PM Dawn, little reality bites to you.
Really?
PM Dawn. So now I call him, and it's up so loud that I have to ask him to turn it down so I can have a conversation with him. And he has all sorts of new ones. So you know CeeLo, right? Am I saying that right?
Sure.
Do you know him?
If you were to sing it to me, I probably would. I'm not always best with the
FU, the FU song.
sing it.
Not gonna happen.
I don't know. Watch out.
Okay, so this keeps happening just here. So anyways, you'll have to Google CeeLo. CeeLo, is that what it is, Matt?
That sounds about right.
CEE and then Lo, LO, I think, or something. And he has the song, and it's FU, and it has.
Is it FU, or are you just using the F?
Yes, it's really the 4-letter word.
Okay.
And it is hysterical. It's a great song. It's super catchy.
Okay.
Glee actually cleaned it up and covered it on one of their shows a couple weeks ago.
I need to start watching them.
But the video is fantastic. And of course, it's only online. So it's had this whole viral thing. And now he is nominated for a Grammy for this. And it's the first viral video to be nominated. It's a professionally done video.
Oh, okay.
But it's getting no play, obviously, like on MTV or anything. Like, it's all online. So it's kind of cool. And it's really snazzy. I like it.
Snaz, snaz.
So anyways, yes, Pandora is a big deal here. Okay, so Christmas is coming, and I love Christmas, and I love making it look like Santa threw up in my house. But
Really?
sometimes your decorations from a few years ago or 10 years ago, they start to get old.
Yeah, I concur.
Sometimes I just want to change it up, and I don't put all my decorations out every year. So this year, we did a whole DIY thing. Do it yourself Christmas on a budget with things that you have around your yard or that you can buy inexpensively. Katie, why don't you show us what you've got?
Okay, so Max is going to help us out with some pictures, but I'll preface this in that I too have a problem every year. I'm like, oh, I get a new idea on how I want to decorate my tree. And so I've lived in my house for 3 years now, and this third year, I bought new decorations, different colors.
It's working out for you.
Dude, I look at okay. So, we talked previously, you and I talked before about bringing pine cones into the house. So this year I have some pine cones, and what I did was bring some natural confetti, like green and red and white confetti that I put into an old chicken feeder. I don't know if you can see that on the chat now. Can you see that or not?
Yes. It looks really good. I like it.
That's at one of my buffets, but it's bringing in some of the pine cones. Really easy. I can scrounge for these pine cones in the forest here and there. That's just another angle.
I'm just imagining you out in the forest right now.
I'm like,
what
can I
forest
get?
do you go to? Where's your forest at?
Well, it's here and there. I go home, go back home, and there's woods there that we own, or I used to take them from Timber Pine. I used to go out there and try to look for acorns and pine cones and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just recognizing where your resources is number 2. Don't be afraid to go to some park. Obviously, they're there for the taking, I would suspect.
Well, and you know, the thing that I've been doing is, when I was looking back at that picture, I've been using different colors now.
Okay.
So right now, I used to do all red and silver.
Okay.
And I've introduced turquoise and
Yes.
some greens and purples.
Oh, nice.
and silver. Well, obviously silvers. So I think you could do the same thing that you have going on with maybe some different colored confetti-ish type stuff.
Last year I did the teal kind of aqua kind of color. I thought that was really, that and some silver was kind of fun.
Yeah.
This year I went to Michael's and I got the clear bulbs
Yes.
and not bulbs, balls, yeah. And I put some white. It's like a shredded confetti, but it's a natural wood that I shoved in there.
Just keeps happening here.
And I used burlap and
Oh, I like the burlap.
burlap's hot this year, I think. It's hot in my house. I used that and some brown ribbon, and then I brought some birch twigs that I trimmed and put that in the tree. And I think that's a picture that we'll show here shortly, hopefully, but of the tree.
I like the burlap. Like, where do you get your burlap at?
I actually ordered it online. It's Save on Crafts was the website that I got it at. And
Crafts, CRAFTS, not crabs.
No, yeah, Save on Crafts. Crafts. There's a tree. It's on the side, but that's like a twig.
Oh, I like that.
And there's the burlap and the brown ribbon. And then there's the balls on there that has the natural.
So what are those little twigs? I see that everywhere. What are the little twigs that you're using?
That's birch twigs, actually.
Okay.
And so that's a big deal. You can do this with twigs. You can do this with some, if you were to spray paint or use natural twigs, like dried leaves. Some people do.
Yeah.
Or you can get some fake flowers, that's feathers maybe. Yeah.
Feathers. Peacocks.
Yeah, there you go.
All of a sudden I'm into like the jewel tones, you know, the turquoise, the purple, that sort of thing.
It's kind of fun, something
It's
different.
fun.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely. I
fun.
like it.
Like you wouldn't really see me, well, you probably would see me. You're
So
bringing
you
your
do.
box out.
I am, because
wearing
see-
purple, you
I like
know, or
purple.
turquoise. Okay, so your twigs are right in my camera.
Sorry, dude. Well, I just wanted to showcase some good evergreens that you can use in the house, because I also cut some twigs of evergreens and pop them here and there.
Yeah, show them the stuff from your backyard.
So these are berries. These are fresh
Ooh.
berries. This is a hawthorn tree. Or you can get them from viburnums, and you can use these in just a base.
So if you just cut them,
Yeah,
do you put them in water or do you just leave them like that?
I leave them like this because it's just the berries that you're going for. There's no sense of maintaining those. They don't need water. So there's one aspect.
Cool.
And then I do have evergreens, where some evergreens that I've actually clipped and put in water, and some I'll do dry. So this is the white pine. I love the white pine because it's really soft. It's kind of graceful, if you will.
Yeah, ooh, it doesn't hurt.
No, not at all.
And that's from your backyard.
Yeah, and then this, like I said, you could do this in water, or you could just lay out. The only thing about laying it out and letting it dry is it can get pretty dry in the next couple weeks, and I would just be careful about putting it around candles or the heated vents.
Yes.
And just sparking something like that. This is the Colorado blue spruce. The blue is really cool, but they're really prickly.
Yeah, they hurt.
So maybe it's
You can brush your hair with
yeah,
it.
I know. Maybe it's in an arrangement that you put a bunch of different evergreens together, which would
Yeah.
be kind of cool. A bunch of different
And
textures.
it smells so good in here right now.
It does. And then another spruce is the Norway spruce, which I really like because they're softer
Uh-huh.
and they have a little bit more of a drape to them.
Yeah, pretty.
And
And they have berries too, or did those just get
No, that fell
stuck
off.
in there?
I'm sorry, those fell off.
Okay.
But regardless, I'm telling you the names of these evergreens. Most generally, people aren't going to remember those, but you're going to recognize what might be good and not good.
So when you plant trees in your yard, do you plant them based on their indoor decorative abilities?
I don't. I just find resources where I can clip this stuff. I do,
Like
honestly.
by
do.
finding resources, she sneaks into her
I sneak
neighbor's yard at like midnight.
Right. You don't need this. This is one more. This is an arborvitae, which I have used this year a lot because that's
pretty.
the resource that I had. But it's soft. It's not prickly at all. It's a flat needled kind of evergreen. It's really soft.
So if there's anyone that has like all of a sudden their tree was trimmed,
Yeah.
and it's this kind, what is it called?
It's an arborvitae, or you can say arb.
Katie was at your house.
Yeah. And so I did bring an example of how I like to
Ooh,
use
pretty.
evergreens. So this is,
What do you have in the bottom there?
so in the bottom is a cocoa bean shell, which is just anything dark.
Ooh. Max, are you getting this on the camera? Hold it up.
That's what she said. So, no, this is a cocoa bean shell that I just put at the base. I just wanted a base for it. You could use whatever. And then some fake, kind of snow stuff from Michael's or what have you. And then it's actually a double cylinder where I've got an inside cylinder where I've got a candle in that. And so that allows me to give the evergreen on the outside. It doesn't really affect the flame much for the most part, or any
Yeah.
wax. And so what I'm going to do for my big 30th birthday party is put some of these out on the sidewalk, and that's going to be your light to the front door kind of deal.
Cool.
But I've done this before. I've kept them in the house, and they do pretty well. The only thing, again, we talked about previously is about the evergreen drying out and that sparking a fire. So you just want
Yeah.
to pay attention to that.
That would be bad.
Fresh greens is the best.
And if you do that, you might as well go back and watch our podcast about our fire safety.
Absolutely. Way to tie that in. Good job,
Yeah.
Hannah.
Yeah.
So,
Just search for that one. Oh, Trout Fishing just called me baby doll.
woo!
Woo. He
You
works.
always work at what?
They said that he's been cracking down at work. That's why he hasn't been watching as much. And so I said, "You've been working?" Because I didn't know he worked.
What do you?
I
are
don't
you
know who he
fishing?
is.
What are you fishing for, Trout?
Trout.
What you
I'm
fishing
gonna
for?
find out who you are. Do you think Trout is like just like someone that we really already know, and he just has a second name?
No, I think quite possibly, but I think he's a hermit. I think he's.
See, I thought Trout. I didn't think you worked. I thought you just were at home watching Webcast One all day. Maybe you were independently wealthy. I don't know. I don't know.
And if you are, I'd love to have coffee with you.
Oh, he's got to eat. What do you like? Do you like eating trout fishing? You know who I thought he was for a while? I'm trying to think who it was. I think Libby, one of Libby's, no. Someone has an account with Trout Fishing of America, the magazine.
Oh, really?
It wasn't Libby. I can't remember who it was. So is that a clue, Trout? We want to know.
Come on, Trout.
Maybe that's what we should have a contest for.
Who is Trout?
And they get a free Urban 515 card.
Hey, we need to talk about Urban 515.
Let's
today,
talk
too.
about Urban. Well, we've got to take a break.
Take a break and we'll come back and talk about it.
Okay, I am excited. There's a lot of local things I want to talk about.
Okay,
And shopping.
done.
All right.
When we come back.
We're coming back for a break, and Katie's going to keep entertaining us. We'll be back.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios. Listen, watch, chat. This is Webcast One Live. Programs on webcast1live.com are brought to you in part by KDC Builders. Building custom homes for how you live. KDC will take your dreams and turn them into reality. Go to our website, kdcbuilt.com, or call Hannah Inman at 515-975-9990. And Tom Coates and ConsumerCreditOfAmerica.com. Are you overwhelmed with mounted credit card debt and feel there's no way out? Well, there is. Call 1-800-955-5765 for Consumer Credit of America. That's ccofamerica.com.
The Kincaids live here. Across the street, the Padillas. Ben and his family live here too. Ben's a RE/MAX agent, and he's a big part of this community. There are lots of reasons why RE/MAX agents average more sales than other agents. Experience, certainly. But maybe it's also because they care about the markets they serve and the neighbors who rely on them. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
Welcome back to Hard Hats, High Heels. I'm your host, Hannah Inman, here with Katie Kettleson. I'm gonna start like having like voice. You know how like whenever Oprah introduces someone.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to start doing that. Katie Kettleson. Yes, Hannah's favorite things. We can do that.
Oh yeah.
But before I start,
Are you gonna
Hannah's-
give me a car though?
give you a card? Not maybe.
You're
I
like
will.
not maybe.
Buy yours first, and then I'll get you a Matchbox one to match it.
Like it.
So there's been some discussion around town lately. Some of the gossip. One of the gossip things that's been coming up again and again is Max's hair.
Really?
Can we show Max? Can you go to a shot of your hair?
Let's see it, Curly Q.
You know, some people are concerned and they think that he needs to cut it. And so I think maybe we should talk about it. Does Max need to cut his hair?
I'm wondering if this is a conversation to be had also with his girlfriend. I'd
Well,
be
Julie,
curious
I
to
think
know-
Julie thinks you should cut your hair too, doesn't she?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
He hasn't cut it since like what? He got this job.
Is that long enough?
Wow.
I don't. Yeah, you can see it. I think you
Yeah,
need to
can
cut
see
it.
you.
Nah.
Okay,
What's
what's
the
your
deal?
what's your reasoning for keeping
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Come on in. We want to know what's the deal. Like, what? You know, are you just going for a different look?
No, I'm just lazy.
Do you use product?
Yeah, shampoo and conditioner.
But no, like
That's not product.
gel,
It's a product that I buy at the store for my hair.
paste.
No.
Is that what's called paste?
Sure.
That stuff.
Yeah, the sticky stuff.
Anyway, did you guys see KU beat UCLA?
Yeah, way to go. That's enough.
To extend the home win streak to 64 games. I believe.
Yeah, it was tight. It was
Longest
a close
in the
game.
nation.
Woo, woo. I don't know if you guys know this, but Max and I are from Lawrence, Kansas originally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, okay, I got to call someone else out today.
Oh gosh.
And he's not on here, and he's going to have to come back and watch this. But Josh Fleming, big MU fan, always
Wow.
rubs it in my face because MU
you two are battling.
beat KU, right? This is my thing about MU. I'm from Lawrence, Kansas, where the University of Kansas is. And back during the Civil War, some boys, Quantrell and his raiders, came from Missouri and burnt my town down, killed the men, and did some other unmentionable things. Not once, but twice. And you know what Missouri does? They go and name a couple high schools after the guy. Quantrell High School, their mascot is the Raiders. Come on, people.
It should be a guy with some fire in his hand.
I'm sure it is. I don't remember. But I mean, people, come on, you burn a town down. And you know why? Because we were a free state. We did not believe in slavery. And Missouri was a pro-slavery state. And so they wanted to burn Lawrence down to the ground because we promoted freedom and equity for all. Maybe not equity, but equality for all.
Equity too.
So Fleming, I'm calling you out today.
I didn't know that. I didn't know the backstory behind that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was some minuscule sports rival between the two of
No, it goes back, Katie Kettleson. It
you.
goes
Does he
back.
know how far back it goes?
I'm sure he does. I don't know. We'll have to call him out again on it.
He needs a lot of calling out.
You want to call him out for something?
Fleming. That boy has been so busy. I haven't seen him in forever. That's my call out.
That was kind of lame, Kettleson.
know, but
I
I-
mean, like, you
I
know.
can't bash the guy, honestly, because he's helped me out quite a bit.
Well, yeah, but you don't have something funny to say about him?
His inside out sweater today.
He did wear a sweater that we thought was inside out, but it was really just really stylish, and we didn't know. Seriously, though, we love you, Josh. We just love
Rock
giving
on.
you a hard time. If you get teased here, it means we love you,
That's right.
right?
No
right?
mention is no love.
That's right.
So,
So tell me what else is going on.
So I wanted to plug real quick Urban 515,
Yeah.
which is in part why I'm here. And if anybody in the chat room has questions about Urban 515, let us know, or obviously drop me a note at katie@urban515.com. But the gist is, I would like to talk about Valley West Inn today. And if you had your Urban card, which is, by the way, $29.99, you could house your in-laws or relatives that you really don't care that be at your house and send them over to Valley West Inn, which I think is highly appropriate for the season.
Where
right?
is the Valley West Inn?
So it's on Westtown Parkway. It's near Valley West and Westtown Parkway in that area. I believe it's just to the west of that intersection. So you go in there with your Urban card. You can buy one night for your relatives and get the second one half off. So obviously, if your relatives are coming into town, they're going to stay for probably more than one night. Maybe theoretically, like if your parents are coming, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, I love you, but
I
I
wouldn't
don't
do that
love
to
ya."
you, Mom. I want you at my house.
Right, but maybe Mike's parents. I don't know.
Curly, I love you too. And good thing you live in town.
I'm just saying, if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care for your in-laws, Or maybe it's your brother or your sister and all their 20 kids. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Send them over to Valley West End with your Urban Card. If you get that, you can get that now online. And like I said, buy one, get one half off.
Well, that's awesome.
They're probably one of the highest standard of eco-friendly hotels that
Oh,
you'll
really?
find here in town. Right.
So is it by Iowa Realty, kind of Iowa Realty Corporate?
Yes, in that area. Yep.
And it used to have the diner. It still has the diner attached to it.
I think so. Yes. I'll
Huh.
have to double check. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's
So
awesome.
That's the gist. And then moving forward, just projecting for next week. Excuse my eyeball itch. Fat Tony's.
Fat Tony's our
Fat
boys.
Tony's,
We
yeah.
love the
I'm
boys at
hoping
Fat
that
Tony's.
John or his brother will be in here to join us next week. But we're gonna have Nogged Up event over at Fat Tony's.
Fun.
Yeah. So you're gonna come in. Hashtag is Nogged Up, by the way, and we're gonna have a
As
couple,
in eggnog.
Yeah, not knocked up.
No.
Nogged
Not
up.
as in
Ding,
what
ding.
happens when you start hosting here more than a couple
I
weeks.
talked about that today, and people were like, "What are you trying to tell us?" I was like, "No, I'm just forewarning you. When you hang out with the hard hats, high heels, and you get pregnant."
Yeah. That's how we roll.
We're gonna have an event next week from 4:30 to 8 o'clock. Nogged Up event. They also at that time period have free food going on
They always have good free food.
on Fridays. Yeah, so it's really cool. And if you roll in with your Urban Card, regular price drinks, you get 20% off your tab.
Awesome.
So
Well, I also, we had Market Day on, and they had a very, very, very successful. I'm going to turn your thing down because it's really
yeah, that's
loud.
fine.
They had a very, very, very successful Black Friday event. They had over 2,000 people there.
That is, I am so disappointed that I couldn't make it.
Yeah. So they actually asked me to write a blog for them, a blog
Nice.
post. And I did. And my blog post was why I took the pledge in 2009 to buy all handmade local items. And it's pretty good. So you can go to marketdayiowa.com. I believe that's it. And,
Yep.
and read it. And it sort of talks about my adventure in doing that. And I talk a lot about Chinese plastic crap
Nice.
that you don't want to drown in that. So yeah. So marketdayiowa.com, and they have events coming up and to help you shop before the holidays for handmade local things. So yeah.
The nice thing about one of the creators of Market Day, excuse me, Kat Rocket Ship, she's doing some freebies on Facebook and such. So if you check her out on Facebook, I can't recall exactly what the freebies are, but check that out.
Yeah. And I heard her at a Des Moines partnership event last night, and she, that's her real name. Cat
Yes.
Rocket Ship is her real name. But I did not realize that Market Day is the only one of its kind in the United States. So what that means is there are other indie craft events, but none of them that happen on a monthly basis consistently. So yeah.
You know
that's
what I
pretty cool.
realized last night and today is just how crazy Des Moines is for all this entrepreneur spirit and how stuff gets
It's pretty
going.
rocking here. I'm doing the Greater Des Moines Leadership Institute, which is the most amazing event, and it's a year-long curriculum, and you learn all this crazy stuff about Des Moines. And Des Moines is really a rocking place. I mean, from the fact that like how we serve our homeless population, all the way to how we provide quality of life for our residents, to how the business community steps in and takes ownership of Des Moines and really. So the Civic Center of Des Moines was supposed to be a bond passed in 1979, and it failed the public bond vote.
Really?
So 9 families in Des Moines got together and said, you know what, we think this is vital to Des Moines and downtown Des Moines and for our residents and our children.
Right.
They privately fundraised the money, and they started it themselves.
Really?
And Des Moines has the same with the Blink Park Zoo, the same with all of these things in Des Moines is all done by the leadership of families within Des Moines. And then the other thing I learned last night is the art collection at the Art Center is one of the most premier art collections in the world.
Really?
There's people all over the world that come to see the Des Moines art collection and the quality for that size, and it's free to get in to the Art Center.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool here.
I would like to have people have to sign in first to see the art collection so I could see where all they come from.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Trout Fishing says that's his real name.
I'll look you up in the phone book. Oh wait, they're not giving out phone books anymore.
You know, and I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I get
Except
them on my
what am I going
friends,
to
too.
sit on?
You short little girl.
I'm really not. Just
No.
a joke. I'm really
No.
tall. So anyways, we should run a contest next week. Something in the chat with the Urban 515
Okay.
and give away a free card.
Okay.
I think it has to do with Max.
Okay.
Hair or no hair?
How's somebody gonna win that one?
I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Maybe viral videos. I don't know.
We'll come up with something.
So what are we doing next week, Kettleson?
We're going to talk about how you can entertain for the holidays with your family. And I hopefully have Fat Tony's in here, and he can talk about some simple drinks that you can make for the family. Maybe some punch that's got a little extra punch in it.
So you don't punch your family.
Right,
Yeah.
or some eco-friendly, not eco-friendly, but some easy mixes that you can just make and everybody, you know, put the ladle through and dump it in their cup. Or,
That's great.
you know, maybe there's some good family recipes that you've had.
I am going to
Over the
be,
years?
yeah, and I'm going to be bringing in some food that's easy to make, some ideas.
I like that because I think the holidays are so stressful for some people, and to make it easy as possible would probably be really nice.
Yeah. it would.
Or like me, if you're going somewhere for the holidays and so you can't make the mashed taters, you can't do this, that's something warm. What are some easy treats that you can throw in the freezer now and then break out for Christmas?
Yes. Are you good in the baking cooking department?
Absolutely not. No, I'm trying. I do okay.
Here's my deal. I am typically good at cooking and typically bad at baking. Baking, you have to be precise. Cooking, you don't have to be.
Right.
And when I get pregnant, my first pregnancy, I was really, really, really bad at baking, but all of a sudden I'm baking really well. Like I'm making pies and making breads.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe it's
Susie
a
Homemaker there. Maybe you're just nesting.
Susie Homemaker.
Yeah,
It's
right.
me. Happy Home Hannah. So anyways, next week we will be doing drinks and food for your holiday party.
Right.
And so
I
have
would
some-
love if somebody has a good recipe to share. That's easy for somebody who doesn't know how to cook.
Okay.
Bring it
Bring it.
to the chat.
Bring it to the chat. All right. Well, I know today went really fast, and
It did.
this time, you know, it was a pretty fun show. What do you
It
think?
was. I like it.
Allison?
And then maybe next time I'll be on time.
I wouldn't count on it.
I am such a schmuck. I'm on time early in the morning. It's the day gets on me.
It's
She's
the
like,
late afternoon.
your that last was like, yeah, I believe you, but I don't.
It's just so fun to mess with you. You know you don't take anything serious.
Not-
This is the fun zone.
Hello, kick off your weekend, birthday weekend.
Birthday weekend. Okay, tell us about the birthday plans before we go.
So I'm having a little shindig at my house first, a little party hardy, some snacks there. And then we're going to Couture's on Grand in West Des Moines.
Where is this Couture's? What is it?
So this is a joint birthday party with another friend of mine who's also turning 30 on the 6th, I believe. My actual birthday party is tomorrow. But he picked the place. It's a free cake there for some of the patrons. And that's what he chose. So
Okay.
I chose my
Have you
house.
been there?
No.
I haven't been there either.
Some of my friends have been there. Word is that the owner of Couture's also owns the Keg Stand and one other bar that I'm not sure where that's at. Or
The
what, I can't
microphones.
remember. I saw that. I can't remember where the other bar is. But so the same owner at Couture's and the Keg Stand and one other one then.
Where's the cake stand at?
So interesting enough, I love the promoting that the Keg Stand did. I thought they brought a lot of appeal where they're like, the Keg Stand opens on this date, but they never told you where it was. And then they opened, and then they still never told you what it was. So that's my beef with that. But I like the leading up to it. Apparently, they are the old A.K. O'Connor's on West Town,
Oh, across from the
Valley West. So
Yeah.
booze it up there, head over to the Valley West, and I'll give you your card, temp card if you want.
Yeah.
And you can buy one, get one
Yeah, perfect.
for half off, yeah.
Perfect.
So
I've got my night planned.
done.
Done. I would be sad though if I couldn't drive home.
That would be really sad.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and thanks everybody in the chat. It was a fun chat today, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday for our holiday party. I think maybe we should dress it up holiday party style.
All right, I'll bring out my dirty Santa.
Are you bad, Santa? Are you like Billy Bob Thornton?
Yep, I'll bring my whips and chains.
All right, we're gonna make it the holiday party for Hard Hats High Heels next week.
Rock on.
And then our show after that, the next one, isn't that how to prevent the holiday hangover?
That's right.
That's what we're going to do. So next week we're going to have the holiday party, and then the week after that we're going to have prevent the holiday hangover.
Right.
So yeah. And if you're around and if you have your Friday afternoon free next week, come and join us.
Please
Stop by.
do.
I think we should just make it a party.
Party done.
Officially a party. Come join us next Friday. Fat Tony's will be bringing eggnog.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'll bring you some temp cards, urban cards, if you want to try
Perfect.
them out.
I'm serious. Let's blow it out. All right.
Do
We'll
it.
see you for our party next week.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios. Listen, watch, chat. This is Webcast One Live.